Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was the game that introduced the crypt, which has been a staple in the series ever since, appearing in every game since Deadly Alliance, where it was set in a graveyard which had almost 700 coffins in total. It appeared in every game since except for Mortal Kombat vs. DC. A lot of things can be found within the crypt, but I think we all know a lot of it is just things you'll probably never look at, unfortunately, unless you're into that sort of thing. However, a lot of things found in the crypt, especially in the older games, can be really interesting, funny, or just downright weird. Today's video will be about the things in the crypt that are those things I just said, interesting, funny, or just weird. Be covering things from concept art to rendered videos, but before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and if there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my new Twitch channel as well. And with all that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Let's start off with one that I personally found really interesting. We all know Havik in Deception, right? A fan favorite character from the 3D era who has been criminally underused by NetherRealm. But what if I told you originally he wasn't even supposed to exist in the game and instead was supposed to be Noob Saibot? A picture of Havik can be found in the crypt in Deception with Noob Saibot written in the corner, so originally Noob in this game would have looked like Havik and had his design. I just find it really interesting of what we could have got, and I like to think that Havik is what Bihan resembled and kind of looked like, except for the mouth, of course. Imagine if Havik was included in Deception anyway, what would his design would have been then? I have no doubt in my mind that Havik will be in Mortal Kombat 12, and maybe they'll reference this somehow, whether that be with him or Noob. Let me know what you guys think it could have been down and below in the comments. Speaking of Mortal Kombat Deception, we all know Anaga was the main villain and the antagonist of the game. Of course, he was not playable in Deception, but when you go into the crypt, you can find a video of his own arcade ladder ending. This could suggest that maybe at some point Anaga was supposed to be playable in Deception, but they might have just changed their minds at some point. Maybe they were forced to cut him over time constraints, because on Twitter, Ed Boon has confirmed that they were under a lot of pressure when developing the Conquest mode for Deception. Honestly, when watching this ending, it does feel kind of unsettling because, aside from Raiden's ending, this is the only ending in the game that isn't narrated by Shujinko, which makes sense obviously, but still. Something is just off-putting and creepy about it, and the lack of music helps with that.
My enemies have failed to prevent me from fusing all the weapons of the Elder Gods into one. I used this ultimate weapon to warp reality, merging the realms into a singular existence. The Elder Gods were helpless as I used their own power against them in the void beyond the One Realm. Not satisfied with merely ruling the One Realm, I seized all that exists and merged it into myself. There can be only one consciousness. I am everything. I have become the One Being.
We all know that Deadly Alliance was a big step up for the franchise as it fully stepped into the 3D gameplay style, and the game had a lot to prove in general as the series at the time was really seen as in decline. As the game was the first one in the series to fully use 3D models and animations since 1997, of course, they would need to test that. So they got the model of Quan Chi and decided to test the facial animations with a random audio. This audio is so ridiculous, I literally cannot describe it to you, you'll just have to see it. If anyone knows the context to why this audio was used, please let me know down in the comments. I saw this video in my recommended the other day and I'll play it now.
Dogs lick me. Because I wear clean underwear, and when I don't, it's usually quite brutal.
So yeah, kinda weird, huh? Speaking of Deadly Alliance, the coffin pattern was an alphabetical one-form AA to ZZ format. Well, do you want to know what's in coffin FU? Yeah, that's right. And one last thing while we're on the topic of Deadly Alliance's crypt, does anyone else remember those fake ads from Deadly Alliance? Like Scorpion's Charcoal, Cyrax's book, Reptile's Skin Cream, and my personal favorite, which is Kano's cereal. Like, this isn't concept art, this is a really fun idea and that you can only get in the crypt, and I miss this and I'd love to see this in Mortal Kombat 12. Comment down which one is your favorite down in the comments below. Mortal Kombat X has the best atmosphere for the crypt in my opinion. I love it. It's just so creepy. I love it. In the crypt, you can unlock fan art made by the community, and I love seeing this kind of thing in the crypt. You might think it's a stupid thing to put in this video, but I always found it nice for some reason. So that's about it. The crypt will almost definitely return in Mortal Kombat 12, and let me know what kind of theme you'd like to see it done in the comments below. For me, I'd love to see the crypt to be like one of Shao Kahn's abandoned fortresses, and one of the rooms you can go into is his throne room from Mortal Kombat 9, and it's just abandoned. If there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, let me know down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, helps the channel way more than you would imagine, and don't forget to check out my new Twitch. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.